What is up, guys? Welcome back to the $1 Million Challenge, where I start off with $1. I'm trying to get 1% profit every single day until I get to $1 million. Right now we're sitting on day 467 of this challenge with a total bankroll, total capital sitting at $7,914. So we're a little bit down since the last episode. We ended off at $7,944. Did have some sports bets for the day. I only placed 2 sports bets for April 26th, 2026. And they were both losing bets, so we did lose an additional amount of money there. And I also had 2 bonuses. So on the website we had a monthly, I think it was a pre-monthly, I believe it was a pre-monthly, for $33, which is pretty darn good. And then on top of that, we also had a weekly bonus, which was $12.49. So we had 2 bonuses there. Nice little addition to the bankroll. Which does kind of help recover a little bit, but here's where we're sitting at. So $7,914. Since we went down since previous day, mainly from losing sports bets, our 1% profit goal should be about $79, but since we lost money, we should have to get $109. So here's the plan for today. We're gonna be doing our community last man standing challenge, like a battle royale type challenge. I'm just testing all of your guys' strategies to see which one can get the most consistent wins over time. So kind of a lot going on, but we're gonna use this $45 in the website monthly and weekly bonus to kind of take away from that, which would leave us with about $64 to get for the day. But I think what I'm gonna do, just keep things a little bit safer, is for the next few days going forward, I'm probably just gonna run a lot of your guys' strategies with like a $100 balance and try to profit $25. So that's the whole purpose of the bracket here, or like the standings, is every strategy has to profit 25% of its starting bankroll. So just to minimize risk a little bit, instead of trying to go for these like crazy days where I'm trying to come back with $100, I'm just gonna try to get like $25 here and there to kind of protect the balance, hopefully, and not risk too much. Because if I show you guys real quick too, if I just drag our website balance down, say we didn't gamble at all for like the next 15 days here, you can see we're pretty much staying flat. Not any crazy movements, but it's pretty much just staying flat. We have a lot of days we have to get a lot of money to catch up. Some days we have a little bit, but I think to negate getting more losses and sending the bankroll backwards, I'm just gonna try to get like little profits here and there. And then yeah, I'd rather just like kind of keep things stagnant than try to progress forward. Because I feel like recently, as we try to catch up and get these huge comeback days, we usually don't pull it off, and then it hurts our bankroll even more. As you can see back here, all these red days that I try to catch up, or we have to get a big amount for the day, I typically end up busting the bankrolls. So that's kind of my idea going forward here. We're just going to play a little bit safer than usual. But for today, we're going to start off with a Hacksaw strategy. It's a martingale slot strategy, which is kind of crazy, but this is from Sony. So I'm going to hop into the website, we'll get this set up, and I'll explain how it's going to work. All right, coming into the website here, we have $234.19 in the website total. So I'm going to vault $134.19, which will leave us with $100 in our playable balance. So the way this strategy works, this was submitted from Sony. I'm just gonna read this off real quick before we actually hop into it. But basically, it's an auto bet strategy on Hacksaw specifically, and I'm gonna use Life and Death because that's the game he suggested. But it says an auto strategy. We're gonna do it like kind of manually though. But what you do is you have a starting balance, and you're gonna do 1,500 to 1,000 units. So you're gonna take your balance, divide by like 2,000. And you're gonna start with 25 spins. You're gonna do increased chance of getting into the bonus, and then you're gonna go put them on turbo just so it's quicker, and do 25 spins at each level, and then increase it each time until you hit a bonus. And then when you hit a bonus, he says when you win, you're reset to base bet. So I don't know if that's like if you profit from the bonus or if you just hit a bonus, but when you win, it says reset. So I guess if you lose the bonus, you don't profit, you just keep going deeper. That's pretty much it. Then he says if you're doing like different games, there's like a 10x chance or like a 3x chance, you're supposed to do different rolls, or like spins, I guess. So if you have 2x chance to get into the bonus, you do 40 rolls, a 3x chance, you do 25 rolls, and if you have a 10x chance, you do 10 rolls. So then you increase it each time. So it's pretty simple, but we're going to turn on super turbo here. I guess this will be pretty quick. We have a 5x chance, so I'm gonna activate that. So we'll do, I guess based on what he's saying, we'll do 25 spins. And then what we need to do too is switch our currency. I'm gonna do ARS so we can do smaller bets. Where is that at? There we go. Okay, so I refreshed, we got set up now, we're good. So what we're gonna do, let's go back to do increased chance of getting in, and we turn on super turbo, and our bankroll is $147,000 in ARS. So divide that by 2,000 would give us 74. So we're gonna start off down at around 74 here. I guess we'll start off at 66, just to give ourselves a little bit of extra progressions. And our profit goal will be to get to, let's see here, 37,000 ARS. Just marking that down so we know what to go for. And we're gonna get started. So we're gonna do 25 auto spins. And I guess we're just hoping to get into a bonus, really. I guess you can hit some base bets to probably do pretty decent, but we will see how this goes. He posted a lot of his charts of like how he did when he ran the strategy. It looks like he profited a lot of times. So we'll give this a shot and see if we can make some money. So we're gonna increase it now. We're gonna up the bet size by 1, go for 25 more. And I guess this is keeping track in, oh, here we go, we get a bonus. All right, I think this is keeping track in USD. Don't know if we're making good money. I guess we'll see what's the end of the bonus here if we're actually making profit. There we go, we made profit, okay. So I guess we'll restart. I don't know how long this will take. This might take a long time, but let's stop the auto bet there, and then we'll restart. So yeah, I think this is in USD, the way it's showing there. Maybe not. I think it just switched over. I think it was showing USD, but not showing ARS. We gotta do another bonus though. It's a pretty good hit right there. Nice, okay. I guess we'll stop this on a special feature win. Okay. All right, I guess we'll keep it pushing. Gotta do 25. There we go, okay. So yeah, we're looking at profit 37,000 ARS. So that's what we're gonna keep track of right here. I might speed this up, just depending on how long this takes. I feel like this could take a long time just because it's gonna be potentially very slow. So I'll do a couple runs and see if we can just keep getting some bonuses here. But if it starts to drag on a little bit, I might just speed it up. So we'll see. But I feel like this could increase the bet size very quick. We gotta do another bonus though. They're popping off. I will take that. We'll take that. There we go. It's good profit. And then we'll reset. So I think I'll speed this up. Maybe each time we get into a bonus or something big happens, I'll come back. But until then, I'll be back in a second. All right, so the bet size is getting pretty big. We started off at $66 and now we're at $990, and we did hit a few bonuses. I think probably like 4 or 5 throughout that, but none of them have actually. So this is like where we started up here. We hit a couple bonuses here. We hit a bonus down here. We hit a big bonus right here, but none of these actually brought it back into profit. So I just kept running it because we didn't get like a win technically. It wasn't like a win in the sense of it brings us back. So I just been running it the whole time. Bet size is getting pretty big. It's getting kind of scary. So I figured I'd hop in, come back on camera for a second here, and start tanking pretty quick. I don't know if that's the way you're supposed to run it. Maybe I should have reset after this like big win right here. But technically it wasn't like a winning bonus because like we're still down money. But that's just the way he said to run it. So I'm just kind of going off what was in my server, my Discord. So hopefully I'm running this right. But it said just keep running until you get a win. So we're gonna only have a few more progressions though as we continue to increase here. So we definitely need a bonus soon. Here we go. Okay. Hopefully this one pays pretty good because we're down pretty bad. That should be pretty decent. Oh yeah, that's big. Nice. Okay, good. Alright. I think for the fact that brought us back up basically to like where we started, I might just kind of reset here and try to start back from the beginning. It's pretty much like right where we started. And if I increase again there, it's just gonna give us like 100 more spins, which is like really sketchy. So I'm just gonna reset. We're just gonna reset, keep running this. Or at least we're wagering a lot of money, which is good. But I think this has a chance. It got pretty close. It was only 2,400 ARS away at one point. So I think this has a chance of actually being profitable. So I'm just gonna restart the strategy kind of from the beginning here and see if we can pull through. Alright, I figured I'd hop back in. We were so close again, man. We were at about $21 trying to get $25 in profit, and then we like only hit 1 or 2 bonuses since then, and I keep getting smoked. So right now I think we just ran 990, so I'm gonna increase this to 1320. Not too many spins left, that's for sure. So we gotta hit a bonus soon. We hit one really good bonus. We were starting to go low here. We almost got what we needed, so hoping we could just spin into one quickly here. But we're already down to like $50 left in the balance, and it's not looking too good unless we hit something soon here. Now we're gonna go up to 1650. This might be our last progression. Was doing so well to begin with. Need to land into a bonus. Alright, there's a 3 scatter. It'd be nice to get a 4 scatter, but beggars cannot be choosers. Let me turn it off turbo real quick. That's decent. Okay. 2 spins left. And not that much. I mean, it saves us a little bit, but still kind of stuck in here. We'll let it keep going though. We're just gonna run this all the way through as we do with any strategy. We'll go up to 1980. So this will be our last set. We just hit a bonus first spin though, so that's our last progression. So we need something big to happen here. Let's see if we can pull through. Need a massive hit. Not looking too good though. We have 4 spins left. Okay. Not bad, not bad. Need a lot more than that though. Need a lot more than that to stay in this. Nothing even hit there. That's crazy. All right. We'll just let this keep going. Yeah, just terrible losing streak at the end here. We just didn't hit like any bonuses, and the ones we did hit, none of them really paid out that well. Not looking good though. Oh man, so we're gonna increase this to 2,300, and then we'll just manually spin this. See if we can land into something. Like 2 more spins left here. And that is all she wrote, dude. Tough L. Unreal. Lost another $100. The strategy almost profited like 2 or 3 times though. I'll give it credit. It was very close. Just at the end there, we just didn't hit like any bonuses, and we hit like 2. They barely paid enough to even recover anything, so that hurts. But at least we only risked $100. That's why I didn't risk like the entire, $400 going for $100 today. Protect our bankroll a little bit, so that's the way she goes. But we'll enter that in the sheet, and then we'll wrap up the video. All right, so day 467 was a loss. We went down about $100 on the website there, and I'm gonna back out our bonus right there. So yeah, losing day, lost $100. Could be worse though if we were going for $108. And we also had some bonuses to recover that a little bit. So we really went down like $60 on the website just because we had some bonuses. So all in all, not that bad, but still hurts to have another losing day. We're gonna move on to the next day though. We're gonna do another day playthrough just so I can play some more of your guys' strategies. For day 468, we're sitting at $7,863 and all of the total capital added up. And we had some sports bets for the day. So these are our sports bets. We actually made some good profit sports betting for once, which feels good. We'll definitely take that. So there's our sports bets, just for proof that we actually do that stuff in the background. I'm not just like entering random numbers in here, but that's where these numbers come in. Other than that though, we had no bonuses for the day. Our crypto portfolio went down like $50. And yeah, so our 1% profit goal should be about $79, and we need to get like $76 on the day. But I'm gonna do the same thing like we just did. I'm just gonna use $100 and try to get 25% profit just so I can test you guys' strategies out. So next up we have Sunny. So I will mark this one as a loss that we just ran there. Okay, so we're gonna move on to the next one. So Sony's Hacksaw martingale strategy, it has potential. It could work for sure, but it just didn't work for me, so I can't move it on, unfortunately. But for Sunny, we have a martingale Keno strategy, and this one's pretty simple, pretty straightforward. So we're gonna hop on the website and test this out. So I pulled out enough money to run his strategy, which is pretty much like all we have left in the website. We have like, what is it, $32 after this. So we're running pretty tight on funds here. So I'm only doing $100 just to see if these actually work. And we're gonna reset the live stats, and this is on medium risk. But the way the strategy works is basically you're starting off with 9 tiles on medium risk on Keno, and Sunny said that you're going to use 1 cent for every $20.48. So I just took $20.48 times up by 5, so we have $102.40. And instead of 1 cent, we're going to start with 5 cents. And basically, I tried to copy his tile setup. The only one I couldn't tell was this middle one because his like winning pop-up covered it. So he definitely had these 8 tiles, and then somewhere in here he had another one, so I just went with 21. Trying to use his same setup, but we're gonna just martingale. So it should give you 11 losses before you bust, and then yeah, anytime you get a win, you just reset. But I'm gonna do this manually just because it's gonna probably go really quick if we don't make any profit here. So first one's a win, and we'll just, I guess, run it back, and then we just martingale until we hit here. I guess I'll turn this on to animation so it's not too quick. So there's a win. Back down to 5 cents. I could auto run this, but I figured this might go pretty quick. So I'm just gonna run it manually for a little bit here. So far so good though. You need at least 3 tiles to make profit. Should have martingaled that, that's my bad. Martingale it now. So there's some profit right there. And yeah, I guess this could take a while, but I just want to see how this kind of runs before we start speeding things up. It is a martingale strategy, so it can go really fast. Go back to base bet here. There's another win. All right, cool. So yeah, we'll definitely speed this up. I'll probably do like one more run through here until we make some profit, and then I will probably set this up so I can auto run it. And there's a really good hit, 15x. Holy cow, on a 20-cent bet. So let's go set this up to auto. We'll go on win reset, on loss, we're gonna increase by 100%. And then we're gonna stop on profit of, we're going for $25.54. That's 25% of our starting balance. So we gotta subtract 332 from that, since that's what we have in profit already. So from here, we're gonna try to profit $22.23, and then stop on loss. We'll just keep it at we'll just the whole balance. We'll just risk the whole balance here. So I think that's pretty much it. We'll just make sure this is running right real quick, and then I'll speed it up. So staying at 5 cents. Just want to see going a couple of losses real quick. Make sure it's martingale correctly. It's not 20 cents. And that's gonna reset. All right, cool. So yeah, we'll speed this up. Let's see how this goes. So now we're on instant bet. And yeah, this can get really scary. And it just busted. Oh my gosh. Wow, man. I didn't think it would bust that quick. But yeah, I just checked. It was 11 losses in a row. I just scrolled down real quick and we just got 11 losses really fast. Really fast. So yeah, another strategy that was pretty risky for sure. I could see that like really paying out if probably way more progressions. I probably would want way more than 11 losses, maybe like 30 or something. But yeah, that's brutal. So we're down 200 bucks on the day, and next episode I'm definitely gonna have to deposit money, which hurts. We'll enter that in the sheet and just keep moving on. All right, so we're gonna mark that red since that lost. Dang, man, out of 7 strategies so far, 4 of them did pretty rough. We're definitely not making money on this challenge. I was hoping doing the community strategy challenge, we'd be making some bank with your guys' strategies. I was hoping that there would be some bangers out there. I mean, obviously those can hit crazy multipliers. I just have not been getting lucky with them. But yeah, I was hoping that could give you guys a lot of credit for boosting the bankroll, but you know, it's off to a rough start. We have a lot of strategies to keep going through, but either way, for day 468 we went down another 100 bucks there. So I guess that's pretty much it. I mean, there's not really much to talk about. We have $36 left in the bankroll on the website, so I'll definitely have to add more money there. But I think going forward, I'm just gonna really just keep doing what I'm doing. I'm just gonna probably use 100 bucks for every one strategy, unless it like determines I have to use more money for whatever reason. But you know, if I would have used or 4% for those past 2 days there, if I would did 317, 315, we would be down another like 430 bucks. So yeah, I'm just happy that we used 100 bucks for those strategies and that we did not go down way more. Over on the video though, we went down a total of $150 because we had those bonuses. We had about $46 in bonuses and then $52 in sports betting. So it really could have been a lot worse. Yeah, we lost like 200 bucks gambling today. Not the best, but like I said, man, I'm trying to stagnate the bankroll. As you can see, like where we're sitting at right now, obviously in the next episode, we're pretty darn low. It's actually kind of gross to see that. That's setting us back like almost like 20 some days. Pretty brutal, but yeah, just gotta kind of deal with it, I guess. Very hidden. I can't even speak right now. I'm just a little bit frustrated. Hitting a very strong plateau, but yeah, you can see the bankroll. This doesn't include the website balance. It's going up. Sports betting's been pretty good. The investment account's been doing really well. So that's why I'm like trying to stagnate the bankroll right now, not like take on too much risk. Maybe we'll see what strategies can make it to the second round and like increase the bankroll we use for those strategies. But I know we're sitting, you know, $8,000 like currently as I'm recording this. We just got to catch up a little bit, but I don't want to keep tanking the bankroll is my point, you know. So we're just testing the strategies on like a safer balance until we get to that point. But yeah, other than that, that's pretty much it for this episode. Pretty rough one, pretty big L. And I would guess we're sitting right at this dip right here, like the lowest point of that graph. That's probably where we're sitting. So got some catching up to do, but we're not gonna force it. We're just gonna take it slow, one day at a time. Here's our stats. Don't look at the sports bets. That's including like today's numbers, which aren't fully updated. So I guess I could probably back that out real quick. Where's that at? Yeah, I'll just back it out, so it should be correct now. So yeah, there's our sports bets for the month of April onward. Our crypto's up about 2%, and our stock portfolio is up 16%. So that's doing really well. So we're trying to get money in there, we're trying to win money, sports betting, gambling, and then move it into those accounts, obviously to grow money. That's like perfect. But we just being, I guess, another good parameter would be to check our total gambling right now. We're at $1,000 profit in gambling overall in this challenge, but really we had that huge hit back right here. We had about $1,400 off a Keno strategy that profited really well. So we didn't hit that, we would be down like $400 gambling overall. That one bet, one day, one win, pretty much was the only reason that we're in profit gambling after 468 days. So don't gamble. It's a losing game in the long run. Hope you guys did enjoy though. Leave a comment with any thoughts, suggestions. Like the video, subscribe if you haven't already. Join the Discord server if you're not already in there. And until next time, take care of yourself, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. All right, peace.